definitely one of those products where I think the biggest things people care about are build quality, realism, and how easy it is to clean and whether it's actually discreet enough to store. This is the ZEMALIA Torso style pocket device, and my first impression is that it feels heavier and more substantial than I expected. I did get it for a video. So the material feels soft and flexible, and right away it's clear the focus here is realism and texture. I also noticed the overall construction feels solid, not something that feels flimsy or disposable. That's important because for something reusable, durability matters. The biggest thing that stands out is the dual internal channel design that gives you more than one option depending on preference, which adds versatility. I also like that there's a built-in support ring because that helps with grip and handling. The texture and softness feel like the main selling point here, and visually it's clear that realism is the priority in the design. And because it's also a torso style rather than a full-size product, it feels easier to store and manage. And one thing I did think matters just as much as the product itself is maintenance. So after use, the biggest thing is cleaning it properly. Based on the design, you want to rinse it thoroughly with warm water and let it fully dry before storing it. That's important for hygiene and longevity. And because it's reusable, taking care of it properly makes a big difference, especially if you're going to reuse it time and time again. So that was honestly my biggest question before opening it. And no, it feels much more substantial than I expected. The material feels soft, but the overall weight gives it a more premium feel than something flimsy. And this is probably one of the biggest practical questions that a lot of people will ask. And honestly, it looks simple, and it looks simple enough because of the open channel design that makes rinsing and drying much easier than products with more complicated internal setups. That's a big plus if you're thinking about long-term use. And I think this makes the most sense for people looking for something reusable, more realistic in feel, and easier to store compared to larger alternatives, because that would be a hassle to, hide something a lot bigger because it's not as discreet, especially if privacy and simplicity do matter. And overall, my first impression is positive. I like the build quality. I like the softer material. I like that it seems easier to clean and store than I expected. If you're looking for a reusable option that focuses on realism, durability, and practicality, this definitely seems worth taking a closer look at.